Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to KSAT News Now, our bite-sized streaming newscast that you can also get daily as a podcast. How are you doing this Wednesday? Hump Day, Alicia?
Yeah, we made it. You know, it feels like a Monday for some reason. Hopefully it'll pick up later in the day.
Yeah, definitely. I'm doing well, doing pretty well. Was up early this morning working on a story that's probably going to be on Good Morning San Antonio, but pretty cool story about that Tejano station. It's an Tejano dedicated station now, so was up early talking with the DJ because he works that morning drive shift.
I was going to say, the radio host, we forget, it sounds easy, but their job is tough. Just like the morning anchors here, they wake up so early.
Yeah. He was like, "Can you be here at 5 in the morning?" I was like, "Yeah, no, that's not going to happen."
Oh, that's not too early. I read Mark Austin post on his Facebook that he wakes up around 1:30 a.m. every morning.
Yikes. Yeah. So it's a tough situation there. But thank you very much for everyone being with us on today's edition of KSAT News Now. This morning, we're discussing the outrage over a controversial proposed bill in Florida.
Plus, the government is looking into the booming crypto business. If you don't understand it, you're not alone. We'll explain. And there's a viral video.
Yes, of this Ukrainian little girl, and this video is absolutely capturing the hearts of millions around the world. It's a really cool story. But first of all, talking about the weather, the seesaw weather.
We were told today was going to be a beautiful day, and so far, I mean, I agree. I walked out, and it's just kind of like a little,
there we go.
Just a little light coat.
Speaking of beautiful voice, right?
Well, thank you. But yes, we finally have sunshine, guys. Doesn't it feel nice? It is still chilly out there right now, but I mean, we're going to have at least 24 to 36 hours of sunshine. Okay.
Gotta take advantage.
It doesn't sound like much, and it's not much, but we're going to have a cold front.
I love it.
We'll take it. We'll take it, right?
Yeah.
So let's take a look out with the satellite right now, and you can see that there just are a few clouds out there, but all in all, temperatures are warming up fairly nicely. It's 54 right now in San Antonio, 58 at Stinson, 55 in Pleasanton, and 58 in Del Rio. So a decent amount of sun is going to warm us up into the low to mid 60s today. We'll be looking at a high temperature of 64 degrees, east-northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It is going to be chilly tonight, so if you have evening plans, bring that jacket with you. All right, let's take a look at temperatures across the nation, though. Look how much colder it is across the northern tier of the United States. This is our next source of cold air and cold front that's going to be moving through. I mean, it's in the single digits across the upper Rockies. Now, we are definitely not going to be that cold, so I don't want to worry you about that. But that front is going to be moving through. Tomorrow, a nice day, even warmer, near 74 in the afternoon tomorrow. So really pleasant tomorrow with plenty of sun after a bit of a possibility for some patchy fog in the morning hours. But then with that front moving through, we are going to have a chance for some light rain starting late Thursday night into Friday morning as that front moves through. Now, this is not going to unfortunately bring us any good rainfall. Really just a few light rain showers possible Thursday night and Friday. That front will be moving through right around 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday. And again, it won't be providing all that much rain, but what it is going to do is it's going to drop temperatures like a rock. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s and 30s by the evening hours on Friday. And because we're expecting wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour, wind chills will be in the 20s and even in the teens in the hill country by Friday evening. Not only is it going to be cold on Friday, but we do anticipate a late season freeze Saturday and Sunday morning. So if you've done any outdoor gardening already this spring, just be prepared to cover up those plants. And if you haven't done any yet, maybe wait until after this weekend. So all in all, we're going to go up and down that temperature roller coaster about one more time. Warmer tomorrow, cold front Friday, and then nice over the weekend after those morning freezes with highs near 60 degrees. Hey, for those folks enjoying spring break next week, 70s and 80s. So yeah, it's a lot better next week than it was this week for those enjoying spring break this week.
Yeah, just got to get through the weekend, and it should be a good spring break for a couple of those people. Thank you very much, Sarah.
I can't believe that it's already spring forward.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
We're days away.
I know.
4 days?
Yeah.
1, 2,
I feel like
3,
we just
4,
did
4
that
days away.
a few months ago, right? That's always at the end of October, and then now we're moving. Yeah. All these
end of
days.
October, early
2022 is just what's going on here? It's flying by.
After I just complained that today was going out, so I'm going slow.
Yeah.
All right.
The whole year just flying by.
Okay, well, we want to take you to Florida after stage walkouts in protest of a controversial LGBTQ school measure last week in Florida. Yesterday, this bill in question actually passed in the Florida Senate. It's dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill, and it now heads to the governor's desk for his signature.
The bill is aimed to ban any talk about sexual orientation or gender identity in primary school classrooms, grades kinder through third grade. And in the past, Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has said that he actually supports it.
Yeah, so while supporters say this bill allows parents to control their children's education and make sure it's age appropriate, again, remember, this is for grades K through third. Those opposed say it targets the LGBTQ community.
And if the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signs the bill, it would go into effect on July 1st.
So again, still not fully passed, but it passed the Senate. So it's a step closer to being a reality. And obviously, this comes after book bans, other bills that have targeted, so to speak, the LGBTQ community.
Right.
And here in Texas, of course, this is now on everyone's radar because there is a possibility that we could see something like this in Texas.
Yeah, and of course we're talking about the gender confirming, the trans bill that's trying to be the order from the governor's office about trans kids and the way that gender confirming, all of that as well. So LGBTQ advocates basically saying here this measure in Florida, leads to further stigmatization of gay, lesbian, and transgender kids, and just causing more bullying and suicides within that already marginalized community. So as you mentioned, a lot of different things going on, a lot of different state houses and senates, and it's been an interesting few months with that.
Yeah, and here in Texas, the controversial voting law is still giving a lot to talk about. We're talking about Senate Bill 1, or SB 1, and this time around, it's actually tied to last week's elections.
According to the Bexar County Elections Office, at least 1,929 votes cast in the March 1st primary were not counted, and they say it's largely due to a technicality.
The Elections Department says voters didn't write down any number or didn't write the number that matched their voter registration card, and that's why in this case these ballots were not counted for.
And the number of rejected ballots actually may be higher, closer to 2,000 votes. The Elections Department says they continue to receive several more trays of mail ballots in the days following the election.
So what is next? How are they going to ensure that all votes are counted for upcoming elections? That's for May 7th and May 24th. Well, the Elections Department here in Bexar County says election officials will look for ways to make the process smoother next time around. And this goes a lot with the education. So Garrett Berger looked into this story. He's been looking into the story for the past 2 days. And it's interesting when you fill it out where you put those numbers. We're talking about your driver's license or the last four of your social. It's kind of tucked under. So there's a flap. And again, this is how it was designed under SB 1. So it is a little tricky, and hopefully it's unfortunate, right? You're talking about 2,000 votes, possibly more, that weren't counted for.
And even leading up to the election, you kind of figured that this may come into play. I know that some county officials were a little concerned about people not knowing enough information about this, or just kind of getting the word out about these changes now to voter registration and being able to cast your vote. So hopefully, as we just mentioned, this for the next upcoming elections, that people are now more aware of this. I mean, as you mentioned, it is unfortunate that a lot of those ballots were not counted, but maybe it's now in people's frame of mind that they need to really pay attention to their ballots and registration.
Well, yeah, and especially if you think about that number 2,000, it doesn't sound like much, and when you look at the bigger scope, but 2,000 votes, I mean, those 2,000 people took time to go cast their ballot.
Absolutely.
But all right, so you mentioned crypto.
Yep.
I mentioned
crypto.
I still don't fully understand how this works.
And this was kind of the question I wanted to ask here, was that how much do you know about this, how this all works? We did a KSAT Explains a few months ago about cryptocurrency, and I'm still a little confused about it. I just know it's obviously digital currency and buying up digital assets.
It's kind of like the cloud, right? You start thinking about where your pictures go and where it lives, and it just doesn't make sense. But all right, so it's making national headlines after President Biden signed an executive order this morning calling on the government to examine the risks but also the benefits of crypto, which is a form of digital currency and assets.
That's right. This measure focuses on 6 key areas, and some of those areas include consumer protection, financial stability, and illegal activity in the markets. The Biden administration also wants to explore a digital version of the
What?
dollar. Yes.
The Venmo version of the dollar.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, people are already using
Yeah.
crypto to buy stuff, but
Which is
yeah,
so
this will take
interesting.
it to the
Now you
next
see
level.
the crypto ATMs popping up.
Yeah.
I had actually reached out to a local yoga studio probably about a year ago.
Right.
They advertised that they accepted crypto as a form of payment for the yoga classes.
Right.
But they never touched base again. They saw the message, but so I don't know if it's still taboo or.
Well, so there are some bigger companies. I know like Mark Cuban, he's obviously a big investor into tech, into Bitcoin, which I think is the most popular
Yeah.
form of crypto. You can buy Mavericks tickets now with crypto, and you can use crypto in that arena to buy, you know, whatever, popcorn, soda, whatever you want. So there are some bigger companies, but it mostly comes from the top, and they're willing to maybe take that risk and let people
Elon
kind
Musk.
of, there you go, dive into this.
Yeah, well, another part of this is lawmakers and White House officials are concerned that Russia may be using cryptocurrency to avoid the impact of financial sanctions during its invasion of Ukraine.
And about 16% of adult Americans, or 40 million people total, have invested in cryptocurrencies. Are you one of them? Have you done?
No.
You haven't done anything with
No,
crypto.
no, no.
I have. I've done Dogecoin. And a little bit, yeah, I don't really, I mean, I
So-
just did it just to basically get in and just see if I could get a little bit of money.
A
on the
little
side.
personal note here. So I listen to Dave Ramsey, and he is someone who teaches you what to do, how to grow your money,
Right.
right? And one of the things that he says not to do is this crypto,
Oh,
because
wow.
there's just not enough information behind it yet to
This is
see if
just-
it's,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's not for me. No, thank you. But 40 million, right? 40
Right.
million people?
40 million people,
Doesn't
yeah, about
surprise me.
16%.
I
yeah.
hear talk about it every day.
Absolutely.
Every
yeah.
day.
Another little nugget about this is that I think some cryptocurrency companies may be a little concerned, because a big draw for this is that it was not regulated by any federal government, and you were able to still kind of buy things online or exchange money without the banks getting involved. Like, there was none of that. So
But why wouldn't they get involved, you know?
Well, at this point, yeah, probably. They need
Exactly,
to-
because it's grown
yeah,
so much.
Yeah, maybe put a little check on it.
All right, so now to Ukraine, to a song that parents for sure know.
Absolutely.
There's this
yes.
little girl, you've probably already seen the video, but she's from Ukraine. She has a beautiful singing voice, and it's being heard by people around the world this morning.
Yeah, that's right. CNN reports that this little girl's name is, I think it's pronounced Amelia, but it could be
Amelia.
Amelia. Yeah, Amelia. And she was recorded singing Let It Go, that hit song from the Frozen movie, from inside a bomb shelter in Kyiv. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
Отпусти и забудь, новый день он кажет путь. Отпусти.
15.8 million views, and honestly, just watching it kind of like a knot in your throat.
It
Yeah.
definitely does. Yeah, it kind of chokes you up a little bit, because if people have seen this video on social media, she's in this shelter, and there are a lot of other families, a lot of other people that are basically kind of like, you know, they're obviously seeking shelter, kind of just encouraging her to sing. She seems a little bit nervous at first, but that she does a great job with the song. And again, yeah, just heartbreaking to think of in that situation, but we get this beautiful viral video.
And it's so important, because then you remember the kids who are affected by this war, by this invasion of their country. But cool fact, a few days ago, Idina Menzel, she's the actress and singer who sang this hit song for the movie, shared the video on her Twitter account with the caption, quote, "We see you, we really, really see you."
Yeah, yeah. Again, it definitely kind of chokes you up. And you mentioned that the children, you know, in Ukraine and that part of the country, I mean, just innocent, don't really, you know, maybe not fully understanding everything that's going on. It's a very heartbraking situation for those families.
But they do understand. They do understand that they're no longer home. I saw a video shared this week of a young girl who says that she worries for her friends. You're talking a girl less than 10 years old. I mean, to some extent, they do understand
Yeah.
what's going on. How
Yeah.
could they not when they see the destruction? They can't leave those bomb shelters for long. We talk about food now.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much demand, but there just isn't enough food. So Again, if you are here in San Antonio, really anywhere, you can vet organizations that are donating to the people of Ukraine. Here in San Antonio, that's Ukrainian San Antonio. They've done so much. They were able to fill their box truck last Thursday, and there's so many ways to help out, not just these children, but just families in Ukraine in general.
Right, yeah. Ukrainian San Antonio, I've done a couple of stories with them, and they're incredibly strong and resilient, and you know, they're gonna help out as much as they could over there, their people in their native homeland.
So we have a message on YouTube. Remember that we're live, we're streaming live on YouTube, not just Facebook, and of course the podcast. But user Scratching Bow on the go, he says, "Hola peeps." Hola.
Okay.
What day is it? Happy Wednesday. Happy
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I thought he was going to explain crypto to us because, you know, I figured the YouTubers may know a little bit about crypto. If you
The Twitter peeps are the ones that go wild
Yeah.
with crypto.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to, and again, I want to plug that KSAT Explains we did a few months ago where we explained crypto, how it works, and NFTs too. That's also a big thing. NFTs, digital artwork, and things of like that nature being sold left and right. And yeah,
Well, let
maybe
me
someone
do
could
a little
explain.
plug here. If you know of any local businesses who do accept crypto for their services,
yeah.
San Antonio area, Bexar County, really let me know. Reach out to us.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. Scratching Bow on the go. Thank you very much for chiming in on our YouTube live. And I want to mention real quick some quick little Spurs things here. Coach Greg Popovich could actually break the regular season wins record for head coach tonight. So go Spurs go. And it's also the Spurs Coyotes birthday.
I recently followed the Spurs Coyote on Instagram.
Yeah.
Doesn't disappoint.
No, he's been entertaining fans for decades
Yeah.
and always very quick on his feet. And if you need someone to catch a bat, he could probably do that inside the AT&T
His
Center.
bio cracks me up
Yeah.
on Instagram. Dwayne Johnson's best friend.
Oh,
because of
that's
the turtleneck.
right. Yeah.
He still has it on.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a little bit that he did earlier
Well, happy
this year.
birthday. Happy birthday, Spurs
Shout out.
Coyote.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll
Yep.
see you right here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Happy Wednesday.